Mo kí abẹnugan ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin ìkeje ti ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì. Mo kí gbogbo ẹlẹgbẹ́ mi gbogbo. Mo kí yín. Mo dìde láti sọ orúkọ mi. Adémọ́lá Martins Òjó, tí ó ń ṣojú àwọn ẹni rere àti ẹni búburú tí ẹkùn Ìjẹ̀rò eléyìí tí ó tóbi jùlọ ní ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì. Mo dìde
ta ló bó la kọ sí wípé òun ló tóbi jù
pẹ̀lú àfojúsí àti gbogbo ohun tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì la fi ní ìdánilójú abẹnugan.
tí mo bá béèrè pé kí ni gbogbo ìbò tẹ́ ìdílé gbogbo ẹ̀ lápapọ̀, kí ni gbogbo ìbò yín tí ó tó ti wọ́ọ̀dù kan ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ìkọ̀lé, ẹ tẹ̀síwájú.
Ẹ ṣé gan abẹnugan. Mo dìde láti kejì ohun tí àbá tí ọlọ́lá Tọ́pẹ́ Adébọ́lá Lóńgẹ́ tí ó dá wípé ká gba ètò àkọsílẹ̀ ìpàdé tí ó kọjá wọlé. Mo kejì ẹ ṣé abẹnugan.
Nígbàtí ọlọ́lá Tèmítọ́pẹ́ Adémọ́lá Lóńgẹ́ tí ó ti dábàá wípé kí a gba ètò iṣẹ́ tí a ṣe ìjókòó wa ti ọjọ́ Ajé ní oṣù Bélú ọjọ́ 17 nínú ọdún 2025 kí a gbà wọlé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ètò wa nínú ilé ìṣòfin. Gbogbo ẹni tí ó bá fọwọ́ sí kí wọ́n sọ wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ẹni tí ò bá sì fọwọ́ sí kó sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n wọlé. Ní àkòrí tí a dé yìí, gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti sọ pé ọjọ́ tí a bá máa sọ̀rọ̀ ní èdè abínibí wa, àmúyẹ tó tọ́, gbogbo ohun tí ó tọ́ ni ó yẹ kó wà ńlẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí mo wòkè tí mo wò sàlẹ̀, tí mo wo gbogbo ohun tí ó wà wájú mi, mo rí wípé wọn ò ṣe àmúyẹ ohun tí ó tọ́ fún ètò tòní. Torí ìdí èyí, màá pe adarí ilé láti dábàá pé kí a sọ èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì, èdè àwọn aráabí, láti ṣe iṣẹ́ ìní. Ẹ ṣé.
Ọlọ́lá abẹnugan, ọ̀tún abẹnugan.
Ibo ló ṣe abẹnugan wà?
Ọlọ́lá jùlọ abẹnugan. Àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ mi, mo kí yín káàárọ̀. Èmi jẹ́ Ọlọ́lá Tolúlọpẹ́ Ìgè tó ń ṣojú àwọn ọmọ ẹkùn ti gúúsù àti ọmọ ẹkùn ìlà gúúsù ti àríwá. Mo fẹ́ dábàá pé níwọ̀n ìgbà tá a ṣe ètò kí a bá lè sọ Yorùbá lẹ́ni, kí a padà sí sọ èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì. Mo dá lábàá bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣé ọmọ ẹkùn. Mo pé Ọlọ́lá Fáwẹ̀kùn láti kejì àbá náà.
Ẹ ṣeun. Ọlọ́lá jùlọ abẹnugan ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin Èkìtì. Ẹ̀yin akẹgbẹ́ mi ọlọ́lá tó kù. Orúkọ tèmi ni Babatunde Abiodun ọmọ Fáwẹ̀kùn. Ti aṣojú fún ẹkùn kínní ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Èdòsì. Mo dìde láti kéjì ọ̀rọ̀ tí olórí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin sọ.
Ọ̀rọ̀ wo ló sọ?
Wípé ká dá èdè padà sí Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ká lè fi ṣètò ní ọjọ́ tòní. Mo kéjì ẹ ṣé.
Gbogbo àwọn tí ó bá fọwọ́ sí wípé kí a dá ìjókòó tèní kí a sọ ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì nítorí wípé àwọn àmúyẹ tí ó tọ́ tí ó yẹ kí a là kalẹ̀ láti fi ṣe ètò ní èdè Yorùbá tí ó ti sílẹ̀, gbogbo àwọn tó bá fọwọ́ sí wípé kí a dá padà sí èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì kí wọ́n sọ wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Gbogbo ẹni tí ò bá sì fọwọ́ sí náà kí wọ́n sọ wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Thank you very much. Now we are back to the use of English, and I'm going to call on the leader, the clerk of the house, to state if there is any announcement from Mr. Governor. Confirm if there is any announcement from Mr. Governor.
Right, Honorable Speaker, sir. Distinguished honorable members, we have two messages from the state governor, sir.
Can I have the two messages? Yes, the time you have been waiting for is here. I received a letter from Mr. Governor dated 25th day of November 2025 with reference number EK-Gov/2/3/56 addressed to the Right Honorable Speaker, Ekiti State House of Assembly, Honorable Sali Adeoti Road, Ekiti State House of Assembly Complex, Ado Ekiti. Title. Title. Presentation to the State House of Assembly the A2 kits and investment approval process documents for the implementation of framework for responsible and inclusive land-intensive agriculture freely in Ekiti State. I wish to humbly invite the attention of Mr. Speaker to the framework for responsible and inclusive land-intensive agriculture freely, a World Bank project with technical support from Nigeria Governors Forum, NGF, Secretariat, Abuja. The project is under State Business Enabling Reforms, SEBA, program. Disbursement Link Indicator, DL1, will resort area to ensure improved land administration and land-based investment process. Freeland complements the efforts of the present administration in Ekiti State to deepen the ease of doing business, EODB, and serves as a pedestal of good standing through development of a strong roadmap for enabling business reforms on holistic agribusiness for Ekiti State. It is heartwarming to inform Mr. Speaker that Freelia Technical Committee has completed the development of the 8 toolkits investment approval process, IAP, and the implementation plan in alignment with the Freelia principles and international best practices, which are major prerequisites to receive disbursement of $4.5 million for 2025. Attached is the investment approval plan and the A2 kit for your review and passage to law. The A2 toolkits are stakeholder engagement toolkits and communication toolkits, grievance redress mechanism toolkit, environmental and social risk management toolkits, land access, easement and involuntary resettlement toolkits, global memorandum of understanding agreement toolkits, outgrower scheme toolkits, community needs assessment toolkits, valuation and compensation toolkits. Consequently, as part of the conditions to draw down support from the World Bank, the investment approval process document, IAP, and these 8 toolkits have to be passed into law as a regulation by the State House of Assembly and published before 31st December 2025. The distinguished members are hereby enjoined to consider the aforementioned and pass it into law for the smooth implementation of the project in Ekiti State. Signed, Biodun Oyebanji, Governor. Now the second message from Mr. Governor. It's also dated 25th day of November 2025 with reference number EK/Gov2/3/55. Addressed to the Right Honorable Speaker, Ekiti State House of Assembly, Honorable Saliu Adeoti Road, Ekiti State House of Assembly, Ado Ekiti. Now, the title. What are you expecting in the first place? Well, this is request for consideration and passage of bill. I hereby forward the understated bill for legislative consideration and passage into law by the distinguished members of the House. Ekiti State Revenue Administration Bill 2025. While thanking the distinguished members for the support always, please accept the assurance of my highest regards. Signed, Biodun Oyebanji. Thank you. That's the end of messages from Mr. Governor. Any other announcements? Dr. Longe, approach the chair. Mr. Governor's announcement can come at any time. The first phase of the announcement has come. Any other announcement can still come. So, yes. Any other announcement for now?
Right Honorable Speaker, sir. No other announcement.
Well, I think members can take their announcement, reports, and that's why I'm going to call on Right Honorable Akim Jamil to quickly brief the House on his recent representation at Abuja at the stakeholder retreat for State Legislative House of Assembly and National Assembly. Thank you.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, here is my report. On Monday, November 24, 2025, I had the singular honor of representing the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Adeoye Aribaso, in my capacity as the Chairman, House Committee for Interparliamentary Relations, at the final joint retreats of Senate, House of Representatives, and the Conference of Speakers Committee on Constitutional Amendment Bills held at Abuja Continental Hotel. Those who were present at the joint review were Deputy Senate President and Chairman, Senate Committee on Constitutional Review, the Secretary Senator Jubril Barau, CFR, Deputy Speaker, 10th House of Assembly, the 10th House of Representatives, and Chairman, House of Representatives of Committee on Constitutional Review, Right Honorable Benjamin Okeze Kalu, PhD, CFR, The chairman of the Conference of Speakers, Right Honorable Adebo Ogudoyin, ably represented by the Gombe State Speaker, Right Honorable Abubakar, who all gave goodwill messages. The lead consultant, House of Representatives, Clement Nwako, presented the Lagos Constitutional Amendment Bills report. Also present were former Senate President, Senator Dr. Ahmed Lawan, Senator Ali Ndume, and Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. Key resolutions from the previous constitutional review earlier held between October 24 and 25 in Lagos were ratified by the Joint Committee. The next phase is to vote for the amendments at the National Assembly before sending it to the State Houses of Assembly. The major areas of review are creation of new states, new local government, state police, citizenship by investment, independent candidacy, and special seats for women bills, among others. In all, there are 69 proposed constitutional amendments, out of which 44 were approved, while 25 were not approved. Details of this we know when they bring it to our house. Representing Ekiti State on the Joint Committee is Rep. Akirotimi Jr., who will be presenting the bill to establish new local government areas. And I think this is where we will be interested. Local government in Ekiti State anytime soon. Rep. Akirotimi is likely to present that bill either today or tomorrow. It was dusted for presentation by the trio of myself on behalf of the Ekiti State House of Assembly, Rep. Akirotimi representing Ekiti North 1, that is Koleoye Federal Constituency, and who doubles as the spokesperson of the House of Representatives, and Rep. Biodun Omoleye representing Ekiti Central Federal Constituency 2, Ijero, Ekiti West, and Efon. I called for the law of the House of Assembly, which created the local council development areas and the present parent local governments as presently constituted. This was to make sure that all the 22 SCDs and 16 local government areas as presently constituted are correctly presented to become full-fledged local government areas. Then I want to inform the House that the three of us have harmonized other requests for the creation of new local documents to make our case easier. Some groups and individuals have earlier presented bills in respect of creation of new local government in Ekiti State, including Ayekire, Bonyi, Eshobe, and Ijero Municipal Council areas. Ekiti State, through our representatives at the Green Chamber, is requesting for the creation of 38 new local government areas as we currently run in Ekiti State. The Joint Committee on Constitutional Amendment already approved the alteration of Ayekire local government to Ayedire local government area with headquarters in Ode, though there was another proposed name change to Omolore LGA. In order to avoid confusion and to align with what the Assembly approved and the state government presented through the Ekiti Attorney General to Rep. Akirotimi, we have decided to stick to Ayedire that has been approved through a motion presented by Rep. Right Honorable Femi Bamishile, representing Ekiti South Federal Constituency 2, that is Ekiti East, Emure, and Ayekire, since that is what the people wanted all along, as confirmed by Honorable Teju Okuyiga. The Joint Constitutional Amendment Committee also approved Bonyi LGA with headquarters at Aiseba, which also agrees with what we approved in the House. The Joint Committee on Constitutional Review approved Eshobe local government with headquarters. These are proposed, but they have been approved by the committee at Ikoro, and it also agrees with what we have approved in the House of Assembly. The only request that did not agree with what we have done in the House of Assembly is the proposal to create Ijero Municipal Local Government Area with only Ijero Town, while removing Ekametas 3 towns of Ara, Ekpe, and Araromi. I consulted with Rep. Omoleye and Honorable Demola Ojo, and we all agree that Ijero LGA should remain as it is presently constituted by the House, which comprises of Okameta 3 towns. This was the trouble of fresh agitator if we remove Okameta and take the 3 towns to other SCDs in Ijero. The bill to create Ijero Municipal Council was sponsored by a former House of Representative member without the input of Rep. Omoleye or Akirotimi, and it also sought to carve some towns from Osun State, which is strange. We therefore decided to leave Ijero local government as presently constituted, why not foreclosing the pursuit of the bill by its sponsors. Another correction we effected was the wrong spelling of Irewolide SCDA, wrongly spelled as Irele SCDA. Altogether, ranking will be presenting our 22 SCDA and 16 ages as new ages to be listed in the Constitution. But Ayekire will not Ayedire LGA. All other SCDAs and LGAs as presently constituted by the House remain intact. We painstakingly checked to make sure there was no single error. If there is any issue about composition of towns later, I believe the House can handle that locally with legislation. The bill is slated for first reading at the House of Representatives, as earlier said, and we have the assurances of our representatives at the Green Chamber that it will successfully go through second reading. We ran this through the leader of the House of Representatives, Professor Julius Yomvere, who was very receptive and cooperative. In the course of my costly visit to the leader, Professor Julius Yomvere, and in my capacity as the Chairman House Committee on Interparliamentary Relations, I seized the opportunity to areas of cooperation between the National Assembly and Ekiti State House of Assembly, and my interaction with the House leader was fruitful. Voting on the proposed amendment shall commence at the National Assembly soon. Will be sent to the State Houses of Assembly for our concurrence. If not less than 24 states out of 36 approve after the National Assembly's approval, then the amendments become law. It is also worthy of note to inform Mr. Speaker and his colleagues that after the committee's ratification of the Lagos Constitution Amendment report by the Joint Committee, the House of Representatives Committee Chairman for Women Affairs, Honorable Kafila Togbara, hosted the Conference of Speakers to a dinner as part of our advocacy for the special seat for women bill, which will soon come to the State Houses of Assembly for their approval. The chairman of the Conference of Speakers assured Honorable Ogbara of the support of his colleagues in the Houses of Assembly whenever the bill is presented. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues.
Well, thank you very much, Right Honorable Akim Jamiu, for that, though said to be brief, but I think a well-detailed report of your representation at the Abuja event. And I must also encourage my members, dear colleagues, that anytime you attend any conference or retreat, workshop, it is incumbent on us to also report to the House. Meanwhile, this is one leg, and the other leg is that members are expected to submit such report to the Committee on Legislative Compliance. That is in accordance with our own standing order. So I must thank you. That is when you are going in the capacity of your committee, attending conference, workshop, you are to report to the House. And I think unofficially now, member can collect or request from Right Honorable Akim Jamiu that report, because some of the items listed may likely affect our area where you are representing, and before the bills from the National Assembly comes, and if possible, Right Honorable Akim Jamiu can make it available to members, either on the platform or a hard copy be made available. Thank you very much. So on that note, I want to ask if there's any problem. I will say we cannot have up to 3-4 mics. And what is even happening to our conference mic? I think we have to make it available, the conference mics. so that we can, instead of all these passing mics here and there, I think it should stop. So, Clerk of the House, any public petition?
Right, Honorable Speaker, sir, no public petitions.
Any matter of public importance? Yes, Honorable Femi Akindele.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, dear colleagues, good afternoon. My name is Honorable Femi Olanrewaju Akindele. I represent the entire celestial and terrestrial bodies of Report Development Constituency 1. Right Honorable Speaker, I'm not in the good mood to speak very well this afternoon, because starting from what you just observed, the use of conference microphones, Right Honorable Speaker, I want to say this, Right Honorable Speaker, if you ask the son or daughter of a locust bean seller or producer, he or she will not see anything bad in the odor, because he or she must have gotten used to the odor, and will not see anything bad. You just see it as normal fragrance or even perf. Ditto, if you ask any son or daughter of a smoked fish seller, they won't see anything bad in smelling, even when their clothes is smelling smoke outside, they won't see anything bad in it, because they have gotten used to it over a long period of time. That's why, Mr. Speaker, it appears that we are getting used to this place, and we are getting acclimatized to this place that is not conducive, that is not suitable for our parliamentary job. That's why, Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, please kindly look up. Look at this. This place is about to cave in, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to suggest, although I've not come to, I'm not raising this to move a motion, but I want to implore my colleagues. I don't know the way they feel about it. From me, and I don't know if I'm speaking the mind of others, this place is utterly not conducive for our parliamentary job. Right Honorable Speaker, if we permit us, let us go on government-induced recess. Government-induced recess. For them to get us a befitting and conducive environment for us to carry on our legislative businesses. As for me, I don't know if I'm speaking the minds of my honorable members, this place, it is not conducive for us anymore. We are still sharing speaker and party speaker microphones as if we were in the days of COVID-19. This is not acceptable to me, and I don't know the mind of others. This is my math. This is what I intend to bring to the fore this afternoon. This place is not conducive. We have gotten used to this place to the extent that we do not see anything bad in the environment. This place is smelling. This place is dirty. Look at the carpets, Right Honorable Speaker. Look at the tables where we sit. Look at under the tables. We have reptiles there. You can have anything here, Right Honorable Speaker. This is my humble submission this afternoon. Thank you.
Do you still have more thing to say? You have spoken. Yes. Well, will I say this actually fit into matter of urgent public importance? I'm trying to look at it, that if we can say this fit. Well, I would say we have actually listened to you. Yes. You want to say something? Go ahead. Honorable Faweku. Okay. So this should be a matter to be discussed within us. But since you have raised it, I agree with you totally that the atmosphere is safe, no doubt about that. Particularly the observation you just made, which I have never also averted my mind to it, and also is sitting right At least your place is even more secure than this place. Maybe we will change the sitting arrangement. Speaker will have to move to that end, and we'll move you to this side of the chamber. But I agree with you. But let me also say that yesterday I actually called the contractor who promised, but I don't want to rely on those promises anymore. But this time he promised that before Christmas he would deliver the project. But let's give it that. However, we will bring this to the notice of Mr. Governor himself. Even though you say you don't call for a resolution, but I think it should be a resolution to call the attention of the state government, and particularly the supervisory body supervising this project, that the timelines, this is about the third timeline for the completion of the project, has actually elapsed, and our members can no longer stay under this unconducive atmosphere to carry on legislative duty. For the incident that occurred at a stage in this state, at the judiciary, we don't pray for such, and I think I will agree with you on your observation, most especially that the ceiling is caving in, and this must not cave in on us. And the contractor should deliver this project in record time. But I will implore you and plead with my members that we should agree with him on the honor before Christmas period that he had mentioned, while we will call on state government to provide another venue for us where we'll be sitting, and that we can no longer make use of particular chamber anymore. So for our legislative duties, after today, we must get a new and secure building that we are going to designate temporarily as our chamber, pending the time, up to the time which the contractor has set for before December 25th, 2025. I will also call on the House Committee on House Services. I believe the Chairman House Committee on House Services is here to have an interface with the contractor handling this project, and if possible, you should, though Committee on Works now, while House Services have an interface with the contractor, Committee on Works should also look for the supervisory body handling this project and have an interface with them also, and all to ensuring the speedy completion of this project. I will ask those in favor that this form the resolution of this House, say aye. Aye. And those against, say nay. The ayes have it. So, Clerk of the House, we need a solution, and all the items stated to be listed, calling for the expeditious completion of this project, on or before December 25, as mentioned or promised by the contractor. Secondly, that this building is no longer conducive for our legislative assignment, that government, the executive government should provide a new, a new, better and conducive environment to be designated by us as a temporary chamber pending the time that this project will be completed as promised by the contractor. Thank you. Yes, any personal explanation?
Right Honorable Speaker, sir. No personal explanation.
On that note, I call on the Leader of the House to take us through the order of the day.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and my dear colleagues. Welcome once again. And I have the order paper for Wednesday, November 26, 2025 here. And on the order of the day, there are 6 items. Items 1 is Ekiti State Revenue Administration Bill 2025. 2, consideration of the Ekiti State Drafts 2026 to 2028 Medium-Term Sectoral Strategy document presented to the House by the Executive Governor of Ekiti State. Items 3, motion on the urgent need for the establishment of a military presence in Omo, Ekiti to enhance security and prevent criminal infiltration into Ekiti State. 4, further consideration of the report of Committee on Public Petitions on the request for the payment of retention fee for solar power street lights awarded to Ayo Gapsin International Limited at the Committee of the Whole. 5, further consideration of report of the Committee on Public Service Matters, Establishment, Labor, and Human Capital Development on the appeal against the implementation of the approval for the statement of disengaged staff of the State House of Assembly at the Committee of the Whole House. And item 6, which is the last, is adjournment.
Are you sure under these conditions we can take all these items as listed? No observation. There is no observation. If you have a point of order to raise, you can raise. Maybe observation can be taken at parliamentary meeting, but not at plenary session. Order, you can come under any order if you have any order to raise. I call Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. The next item is Ekiti State Revenue Administration Bill 2025. You may direct the clerk to take the first reading.
Clerk of the House, can you take the first reading of the Ekiti State Revenue Administration Bill 2025?
Right Honorable Speaker, sir. Distinguished honorable members. Ekiti State Revenue Administration Bill 2025. First reading. Thank you.
Thank you. The first reading of Ekiti State Revenue Administration Bill has been taken, and I will direct the Leader of the House to slate this for the next business day as one of the items that to be considered, because it is an executive bill and seeking our expeditious legislative work on it. So, Chairman's Committee on Rules and Business, please let this be slated for next legislative day. Order what? Order 6 Rule 20. Yes, can you read the Order 6 Rule 20?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Any member may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice a motion declaring that a contempt or breach of privilege has been committed, or referring to the matter to Committee on Ethics and Privileges. But if the matter is raised in the Committee of the whole House, the chairman shall leave the chair on the order of the report.
May I ask you matter that has suddenly arise and affect your privilege?
The matter of this Alo chamber, that the roof is about to cave in. If it caves in, it affects everything, even not only my privilege, my health and my well-being entirely. So, Right Honorable Speaker, so far this is not a conducive environment for our sitting. I plead that we end the sitting for today. I move a motion that this House should adjourn sitting, Senator. So I move. Thank you.
Well, it's a motion, I agree, but my only concern is that the order you have quoted, there is nothing as far as I'm concerned that is sodden.
Right Honorable Speaker.
I don't want to agree. I don't want to agree that what is here just happened now.
We just discovered, Mr. Speaker. We just discovered.
Well,
and it's sudden.
Any seconder.
And it's going down on your
It's
head.
a motion. Any seconder? I have not seen anybody raising hand to second the motion. Okay, Honorable Tunde Dowu.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Distinguished colleagues of the State House of Assembly, I am Honorable Tunde Dowu. I represent Ikere Constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to second the motion moved by Honorable Babatunde Fawekun, representing Ido-Osi constituency, that considering the sudden observation of the ceiling of this whole chamber we are trying to manage, we must put into a consideration the safety of the Right Honorable Speaker sitting directly under this caving ceiling, and so far that the environment is for somebody like myself, I want to second that the House should adjourn Senator. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much.
Well, the motion has been moved that the House adjourn Senator because of the condition of the House. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The nays have it. The nays have it. The nays have it. Well, the House will continue sitting. The privileges you requested for is not covered by the privileges law of this House. The nays have it. Let's streamline the order for the day so that we can just take one or two. And don't forget, a resolution has been passed. The resolution is calling on government and the engineer in this House, Honorable Tolu Lokwe Ige, you are an engineer. And as an engineer, Do you think this city can fall today? As an engineer, I call Honorable the leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and my dear colleagues. Well, I really don't know the condition of the roof trusses, Right Honorable Speaker. I might need to inspect to be able to answer that question. But upon facial look, I think this condition has been consistent, and I don't think there's a further drop in that condition.
So in essence,
this
cannot collapse today.
Pose any threat for this session.
For today's session.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, dear colleagues, I plead for your indulgence that we should consider some of the bills while we follow through the resolution, and I can promise us that we will look for alternative place to conduct our sitting temporarily, pending the time that the chamber and the building, not just the chamber, because it must also be stated that I am not also happy that member for over 1 year does not have an office that they can call theirs. So, and by March, it will be 2 years. I say, and I understand the sacrifices that we have made. I understand the sacrifices that we have made, and please, your indulgence on this. Maybe I will take that so that I don't want to look like somebody who has violated our own. So I will take that prayer based on this appeal that if you are in support that the House continue the sitting for today, say aye. If you are against, say nay. Okay, the nays have it. Move for motion for adjournment. Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues. Right Honorable Speaker, in view of the motion moved by Honorable Fawekun and consecutively your question for affirmation and the approval, I want to move the motion that this Honorable House adjourns Sine Die until...
No, not until...
Adjourn Sine Die.
Sine Die, that's all. Yes. Seconder. Honorable Solowo Kere.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Speaker. I'm Honorable Bose Olowo Kere. I represent the Special Republic that is existing within the state, Efon Republic. I rise this afternoon to second the motion moved by leader of business of this Honorable House that we should adjourn Sine Die. I so second.
So I put the question that those of us, those in favor that this House adjourn Sine Die and to be convened after a temporary place must have been provided for our legislative duty pending the time that the contractor will complete the ongoing renovation projects of the main chamber and the assembly complex, are to say aye. Those in favor say aye. And those against say nay. The ayes have it. So, dear colleagues, we will reconvene and a new venue will be communicated to us where we are going to sit next and in earnest. On that note, I arise.